The summary of Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man: What Men Really Think About Love, Relationships, Intimacy, and Commitment. By Steve Harvey. Let's uncover the gems together. Key point 1. It is natural for a man to put success before love. In relationships today, we see a significant disconnect between men and women. It seems both are speaking a different language and want different things. This anomaly is because either person isn't sensitive to just how the mind of their partner works. Men and women are not the same. We'll learn the many unique differences in the following chapters. The drive of a man is very much different from the drive of a woman. While a man and a woman might want the same thing, say that thing is to get to the top at work, get married, have 4 kids, they will go very differently about it. The woman would be able to multitask and work hard at her job while still pursuing the relationship that would lead to the family she desires. Women can afford to juggle the pursuit of love and career success. Men get designed to place importance on the latter. On the other hand, the man has a one-track mind and cannot multitask. He has to take everything one step at a time. For him, the first step will always be a business success. Every other thing comes after. It is not his fault. From the moment a man is born, he is told that he needs to be big and robust, a provider and boss at something. It makes sense why everything he is concerned with at first is his establishment. He wants to be accomplished before he goes after the other things he wants for himself. A man doesn't think he can love right until his finances are in order, so he must work hard. A man would prioritize becoming successful before pursuing love because he feels the need to be of value to his partner. In the following chapters, we shall explore the reasons men think differently from women and how this isn't entirely a bad thing and can be used to optimal advantage in a relationship. Key point 2. Men and women express love differently. The love of a woman is one of the most miraculous things in the world. She can drop everything to spend a week spoon-feeding soup to a man she loves and checking his temperature every night when he is sick. Men are capable of love too, but certainly not in the same way. A man that loves you might not leave everything to come to you bearing soup and a thermometer when you're sick. He might not respond to every text or tell you how much he loves you while in a meeting, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't. A woman's love is patient, kind, and selfless. There is nothing that can compare to the beauty of a woman's love. Many women don't realize that a man's love is not the same as theirs. For this reason, they begin to have doubts and become unsettled when he does not love them the way that they love him. This reality should not be so, but a man and a woman have different love languages. When women expect to receive love the same way they show it, it is erroneous. However, just because a man's way of showing love is different doesn't mean he doesn't love his woman. Men typically show love in 3 ways, put as the 3 Ps by Steve Harvey. Profess. One way to know if a man loves you is if he has professed his love for you. A man that loves you would not be afraid of a title. He would not introduce you to a group by just your name or call you a friend. It is important that you identify and learn your partner's love language so you can give them the love they desire. Provide. Every man is expected to provide for his loved ones. So, provision translates to love where a man is concerned. If a man loves you, you will begin to see it in how he provides for you. Men are raised to provide for those they love, so men show love by the provision. Protect. Men are raised to be protectors. They get taught to defend those that they love, especially women. Right from childhood, boys are protective of their mothers and sisters. If your man does not begin to exhibit that need to protect you, he doesn't love you. Key point 3. Men need to first discover themselves before entering a relationship. For men, there are many reasons why they'd prefer to put relationship ventures on hold. For him, the 3 essential things are: who he is. what he does, how much he makes. These are the key things that let him know if he is fulfilling his dream and doing what he feels makes him a man. When a man does not have answers, he finds satisfaction in those three things. He would feel worthless until he got where he wanted to be. In such a state, the last thing on his mind would be his relationship with a woman. Achieving dreams and reaching goals are most important to a man even before considering a relationship. It is so much easier for women to discover who they are, do what they do, and build up their income to the desired figure, all with their partner by their side. Unfortunately, men lack the focus it takes to do this. They can only focus on one thing at a time. It is either work or you, and they will undoubtedly choose a career until they get where they want to be. Men will also choose work over relationships because it is a massive part of their DNA to want to be the boss at something, if not everything. They want to have the best cars and houses, and everyone needs to know who they are. They want women to see it and know that they are an alpha male and a total catch, and they want other men to see and wish they were like them. It is a thing they cannot help. It drives them to try to make sure they have something to show off. If men have not gotten to the point where they are sure of themselves and what direction they want to go, they will have no time for a woman in their lives. Stop heaping your definition of love on men and recognize that men love differently. Steve Harvey. Key point 4. Men need only 3 things in a relationship, whereas women need many. In relationships, women tend to want many things: love, pampering, good sex, loyalty, support, money, time, clothes, shoes, luxury vacations, and the password to their man's phone. There's even a joke that to date a woman, you could give her the whole world and still not have given everything she wants from you. While this is not untrue, it does not mean that women honestly expect their men to meet all of these demands. She happily takes everything given to her, things he feels are most important. The combination for what is most important is different for each woman, though. Women are diverse and complicated. In a relationship, women want many ever-changing things to stay happy, but men are straightforward in contrast and do not require much. For men, however, they don't ever really need so much from their women. All men typically need just 3 things. Support. Men need a cheerleader in their lives. They go out every day, no matter their job, race, religion, or status, and brave the storm. It takes a toll on them, so they need someone who can make them feel like a king, even when they are not. They want someone to encourage them at their lows and celebrate with them through the highs. Loyalty. Men need to know that you will always choose them. In a relationship, a man is desperate to be sure of his woman's loyalty to him. He needs to know that she is by his side no matter what. For a man, nothing is more important than knowing his woman is solidly by his side. Sex. This much is obvious and should be expected. For men, sex is like air. They cannot go without it. Typically, women have more control over their sexual desire since they are taught to curb and subdue it from childhood. Men, however, do not have the exact boundaries. As such, they are not good at holding out for too long, especially when in a relationship with the woman they love. For men, sex is the highest form of intimacy in a relationship, so they need an active sex life with their partner to be happy. Men can cheat because there are so many women willing to give themselves to a man who doesn't belong to them. Steve Harvey. Key point 5. Women like to talk, but men would instead fix a problem. For women, talking does not need to have a purpose. Women can talk about a problem or something that happened at the office just because talking is therapeutic. Men neither find the prospect of sitting for hours getting lectured for something they did very comforting, nor do they enjoy sitting with you to giggle and gossip. For men, talking always has to have a purpose. Men do not understand the concept of venting. When a man listens to you, he sees himself as a doctor or engineer listening to complaints and ready to dole out solutions. Sometimes it can be more important to fix the source of the problem than to talk about the problem itself. This is known as being practical. For instance, when complaining about a friend to him, he might suggest you tell her off instead of letting her rile you up, since it bothers you so much. To you, it was never about finding a solution to the problem. It was just about sharing the situation and having someone to echo your frustration back at you. It never entirely sits right when you attempt a rant or a vent, and then your man rains on your parade by burying you in possible solutions. You must realize that it is just in his nature. Men get plagued with the attitude of just fix it, which makes them want to fix or save absolutely everything they come across, including those things you don't need them to fix. Men have a straightforward design that prompts them to fix, regardless of the situation. A man will always value fixes over venting. A man is more concerned about the solution. By nature, he will move to fix it. By evolution, when a man faces a problem, his first instinct isn't to bicker about how bad it is or how much discomfort he's facing. No, he will devise a workable solution to it. Did you know? It's so easy to fall in love. What's hard is staying in love. New York psychologist Professor Arthur Aaron once succeeded in making two complete strangers fall in love in a laboratory. He did it in just 94 minutes. Key point 6. If he loves you, he will respect your standards. Many women jump in and out of relationships, not finding the kind of man they want. You will save yourself all that emotional roller coaster if you have well laid out standards that you won't break for anything. The principles you set become the litmus test for finding the right man. A man may appear macho and strong from the outside, but on the inside, he likes being told how to treat a woman, especially if the woman is someone he loves and wants to build something special with. So, use this to your advantage. Don't let men get too close to you without them knowing the standards that guide your dating life. But of course, you need to be careful how you go about this. If you are too pushy, you will end up losing a good man. Tell men about your relationship standards in a subtle, affirmative, and seductive way. Steve Harvey's philosophy is to let men know what you don't like, not the other way round. When you do this, you leave the man thinking about how to please you. But when you only tell him the things you like, he will do his best to stick to just that. No more, no less. The relationship will be boring, and you will later start feeling he doesn't like you. So instead of saying, "I like a man who gives me flowers in the office and takes me out on special dates every now and then," you could instead say, "I don't like it when men are not romantic." The former puts him in a box, but the latter gives him enough space to be creative. If he likes you, he will go home and start thinking of different ways to show you how romantic he is. Apply this principle to all your standards. Do this before you even accept a date with him. If he passes your marks and the relationship kicks off, here are 5 questions to ask before getting too deep. What are your short-term goals? What are your long-term goals? What are your views on relationships? What do you think about me? What do you feel about me? Listen carefully to his answers. They will tell you if he sees a future with you or if he's just playing around. Conclusion. Men and women are very different, but this is not bad if women understand how men think. Relationships fail or stagger because women don't understand men and tend to expect men to act and feel the same way. Still, it is impossible because men cannot ever act like a woman or love how a woman expects them to love. However, understanding how men think is the key to building a solid and unfailing relationship that runs smoothly without misplaced expectations. In relationships, we must recognize that we are fundamentally different, and as such, we will express love entirely differently from the other person. A man that's ready for a serious relationship will not mock a long-winded conversation, and he'll make his intentions clear in actions as much as he has with words. Women must realize this and stop making excuses for the men in their lives. If he wanted to take you to the altar, you'd not need to handcuff him to your wrist and walk into church. Women, however, must also meet their men halfway and show initiative. If you notice he's stalling, you need to either have a discussion with him or walk away from that situation. To effectively manage your relationship, you must get into your partner's minds, think and act like them. This action will offer insight into why they do what they do and give clear solutions to problems that won't go away. Steve Harvey has compressed years of experience into this book, so you don't have to fly blind ever again. Try this. Watch for your partner's actions. Often, their actions give them away when they're not saying anything. This decision will help you gauge just what to expect in the relationship. That's all for now. More intriguing summaries are just a click away.